Hello, my name is Mr. Watson and welcome to FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Now in this new series, every Friday I'll be uploading a video showing you my progress so far in terms of how I'm developing my Ultimate Team. Now bear in mind, I have not played Ultimate Team properly for about, 5 years, 6 years, whenever it first came out. I've stayed away from it really. I focus more on career mode and pro clubs and that kind of thing, so this is new to me. So I'm going to talk you through all the decisions that I made and the different things and the little tweaks that I've made here and there so you can follow along on this journey as well. So in terms of a starter nation, I picked Brazil because Brazil do have a number of obviously really good players. So it wasn't an awful team to start off with. We had 3 golds in there. But obviously a lot of bronze, and we needed to do a lot of work in this first episode in terms of setting up the team and getting it to a level that might actually compete. Now, obviously you get this lone player to begin with, and I was looking for something very specific. I was looking for a player who was Brazilian, because that would obviously boost the chemistry between some of the players, but I also wanted somebody who was a midfielder and who was quick. Something that I really want to put into my team is speed, because that's just something that I use quite a lot and benefit from whenever I'm playing on FIFA. So in the end, I went for Lucas Moura, who has 92 pace, 83 overall, and he's a good player to have on loan for our first few games. So then I went for a kit. The selection here wasn't particularly amazing, so I went for AC Milan for the home kit, because I like the red and black stripes there, and then I wanted something to contrast with that for the away kit, so I went for an all-white kit. Again, same situation with the logo, nothing too incredible there. My beloved Manchester City was not an option, so therefore I pondered a couple of them before settling on the Marseille badge. Now, prior to beginning on Ultimate Team, because I literally had no idea what I was doing, I watched a couple of videos on YouTube for some kind of tips on how to make a positive, productive start. So something that quite a few of the people who I watched said was to go onto your objectives and to try and complete as many of those as you can. Because what happens then is you build up coins, and eventually you'll have enough coins to be able to buy some solid players to replace the bronze players that we currently have. So that really is what I was focused on doing. So I took this opportunity to have a look at the different formations. I quite like the 3-5-2 formation, because I do like having a back 3, which can then become a back 5 when we're defending, but then we'll also have extra wingers when we are pushing forward on the attack. And then of course it was time for me to name my club, and there was really only one possible choice. We are FC Waistcoat, and our abbreviation there is FCW. So then it was about topping up some contracts for the manager and for a player. So I just went into the consumables and applied one to the manager, and again applied one to the player. These were just some really easy things for me to do to just get some extra coins to really get me going. Now the only other thing that I needed to do on the basics objectives was to take part in some squad battles, but I thought I would hold off on that for the time being until I could improve my squad a little bit more. So I just went through and claimed all of my rewards, which was mostly just coin boosts and the odd pack here and there. So then I popped over to the store to open a couple of the packs that I'd achieved. Got a gold centre back here, Demiral. Whether or not I will use him in the final 11 remains to be seen. There were some other things here that I don't really care about. I'm not really going to use, to be perfectly honest, so I just got rid of them. I didn't get any coins for them, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I'm never going to use them. They're just going to sit there taking up space. So best thing to do is to just get rid Likewise here with the Manager League, I don't even know what that is. I'm not really interested in that, so I just got rid of that. But I kept the others because obviously contracts are very useful, and there were some other helpful consumables there as well. So now it was time to head into the squad building challenges, or the SBCs as they're known. Again, all of this was with the intention of developing the squad that I already had to get it game ready. So the first few SBCs that I did were fairly straightforward. In this first one, it was just a case of putting in a bronze player. So I put the lowest rated bronze player I could find, and there we go. Nice and easy. Finished the first exchange there. The second exchange was more to do with chemistry. So in this one, again, picked the lowest quality bronze players that I could find to put them in the team and to try and build that 12 chemistry there. No problem at all. Easy peasy. Submit that one and claim that reward. Incredibly straightforward. Didn't really have to think too hard about it. And that is the Let's Get Started SBC completed. So far, so good. And would you look at that? I got a 2 players pack there. Lovely stuff. So then I had a look in the Let's Move Forward SBCs to see if I could have a go at any of these. Again, it was just a case of sifting through my lower quality players, my lower quality bronze players, and seeing if I could, well, effectively trade a few of them in for a better quality player. So these were the 3 players I decided to submit for this one. Again, nothing too tricky, very straightforward. And I got myself there a player pick pack. And this was the better build-up SBC. Submitted those players. And again, got another player pick special pack. So then there was only one more SBC to do for the Let's Move Forward category. And this was it. So we needed 3 players that were exactly bronze. And they needed to have a team chemistry of at least 9. And I found that a little bit difficult because I realized at this point I was actually running out of bronze players. So it made sense for me to head on over to the store and open up some of the packs that I had been rewarded. So I opened up the player pick packs first. This was the first one, and I opted to go for Andre Gomez. And in the second one, I opted to go for Alvaro. So then I opened the bronze pack, and I wasn't really too concerned about who I would get from opening this pack, because really it was just all about just having some more players so that I can complete those SBCs and get as many coins as possible. But again, there was a lot of stuff here that just didn't interest me. Like, you know, football and certain kits and things like that. So I just sold them and kept the contracts and the players. Now, this one was a really useful pack because there was a lot of players in it. So that will be very, very useful for me moving forward in terms of completing those SBCs. And finally, I opened my 2 players pack. And got Angelino, an 80 left back. Fantastic stuff. So he can go most likely straight into the first team. And I almost accidentally sold Cote, or Cote, however you say his name. But I saved him and brought him back. So that now meant that I could go back to the SBC that I'd started earlier and tick that one off. So this SBC actually quite unexpectedly caused me a bit of a problem because I couldn't quite get the chemistry to what it needed to be. Now, it only needed to be 9, but I was struggling to find that correct combination of players to get that chemistry to 9. There was a lot of kind of trying out this player and then realizing that he didn't work, so I had to swap him out for a different player and then swap the positions around a little bit. So after a while of trial and error, I thought, do you know what? It might just be a little bit more straightforward if I just bought a really, really cheap bronze player that maybe was the same nationality as some of the other players that I have in that position so that I could complete the SBC and get a decent player in return. So the first thing I had to do was figure out who I had in my squad and their nationality. So here I realized that I had two players already who were French, and they both played in the French League 2 division. So then it was just a simple case of heading on over to the transfer market and seeing if I could find a player that was also French, that also played in the French second division. So this player here, Setchi, is a goalkeeper, rated 58. The key thing here is that he's French, so hopefully that will make the chemistry between that front three much better, and therefore I will be able to cash in and get that gold player. I added my newly found goalkeeper, and hey presto, the chemistry still isn't high enough. But in my absolute confusion, I just had a look at some different players, and this randomer actually increases the chemistry, which was fantastic, and also made me realize I just wasted 150 coins on a goalkeeper that I'm never going to play. So, yep, not the best start from the financial side of things for me, but hey, I'm sure it'll come in handy further down the line. And I'm not just saying that because he's a goalkeeper. Haha, hands, get it? Anyway, so then I had this gold player pick of strikers, and I went for Vinicius. Or Vinicus. I'm really bad at pronouncing names. But I signed him. Again, pace was something that I was looking at. And then, of course, I had this second gold pack. And now this was a goalkeeper selection. And this player here, Lassoneur, seemed to be the best pick of the bunch. So then I headed into my squad and decided to actually put out a starting 11 to see what my best possible starting 11 actually looked like. So first of all, I just used the squad builder to see what the game itself came up with, and I didn't like it that much. The chemistry was not awful, but it wasn't exactly amazing either, and we still had a couple of gold players who were not included in the squad. So what I was trying to do here was really just get in those high quality players, but also try and create some good chemistry between each of the players. In order to do this, I had to put a couple of players in slightly different positions to where they would normally play, but that doesn't really concern me at this point. I just wanted to, as I said, build up that chemistry and try and have a squad full of gold players, maybe a couple silvers if absolutely necessary. But again, I was really just trying to build up that chemistry. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the first video of our FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory series. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was all about setting up our team, setting up the first starting 11 for FC Waistcoat. In the next video, we're going to look at upgrading some of our players and then getting into an online game or two and seeing how we fare in this Ultimate Team world. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. And why not subscribe to the channel? We're going to have FIFA Fridays every Friday for the foreseeable future. And we also upload every Monday as well. And I don't know why I'm saying we, because it's just me. And on that note, thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye for now.